Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatu Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In this chapter, Krishna told about Karma Yoga. He told the basic rules and regulations that how one should perform his duties. So one basic question everybody has a problem in understanding. What is Karma Yoga and what is Bhakti Yoga? What is the difference between them? Anybody would like to tell?
Karma Yoga means regular duties, morning to night. Bhakti Yoga means they are entirely different. Doing bhakti to God.
Surrender to God and you're doing. That is.
Okay.
Whatever outcome, what we are doing, supposed to do is karma yoga. I am not.
Do the karma
all the
yoga.
results to the God is bhakti yoga.
As soon as there is yoga, so Bhagavad Gita, all 18 chapters, has title followed by have title then yoga. Every chapter. So yoga, what does it mean? So yoga only means when you associate something with Lord. Whatever thing, if it associated with Lord, Arjuna Vishad Yoga. For the first chapter. Second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. Third chapter, Karma Yoga. Then as soon as there is yoga, so yoga actually means summation, addition. So as soon as there is yoga, there is addition of Lord. There is involvement of Lord. Then how it's different Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga? Everybody got my point now?
Actually, one should not do any work at all.
Huh?
One should attach to God.
Huh?
Even that is means fully detached, but it is not possible. So certain things has to be done. Described by the God.
Okay. So what I am going to speak, I learned from my teacher, who is Professor Lakshmidhar Gaya. He is Leela Purushottam Prabhu, under whose instruction I learned, and his student Dr. Ranjan Kumar Bera, Raman Manohar Prabhu in IIT Patna while I was a student. So whatever I speak, I am able to only by his mercy and his teachings only. Whatever I learned from there. Everybody senior here is so many senior people. I'm the youngest one here. The Prabhuji just asked, so I just try to blabber something. So as soon as we associate something with word yoga, today people think yoga means some aerobics, some bodily exercise. But yoga has a very scientific meaning. It means, so who are we? Anybody would like to start? Who are we? So it's not a class, it's a discussion between us, between you and me. So please speak and associate. Who are we? Because we have less time, so we'll try to speak. Go very.
Just we can attain jnana.
We are also.
Through bhakti.
Sorry.
DHS meant to get jnana through bhakti.
One of the many creatures.
We are all souls.
You can the only person you can attain.
Atmas.
Any other creature can't get jnana as itself. But you can attain bhakti, jnana, everything. Through the bhakti you can attain.
This is you are answering. Who are we?
Yes. We are the creatures. You can able to attain jnana through bhakti. Any other
We will
creature?
be able to attain bhakti through jnana, not jnanam through bhakti. Bhakti is the highest.
Jnanam is the highest. Huh?
Bhakti is the highest, Mataji.
Okay.
One who doesn't know anything. There is a Vipra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going through South Yatra. This South Yatra he is coming. So what he does, Bhagavad Gita is there, some Bhagavad Gita. So he sees Bhagavad Gita and he cries. He sees Bhagavad Gita and he cries. Cries, his tears fall. And sometimes people see him and he say him, "Arey, you are don't know anything. This is upside down. Take it like this. I don't know to read. Then why you are taking?" People say like this. They make fun of him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going by. He came to that person and see him. He is seeing Krishna Arjuna and he is crying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, why are you crying? What happened? He says, Krishna is riding the chariot of his devotee. He is the Lord, he is the Param Parameshwar, and he is riding the chariot of his devotee. And seeing this a Lord who has every power, everything. He can even kill every Kaurava who is assembled there. But he make Arjuna his devotee an instrument. And what he is doing? He is riding the chariot and Krishna and Arjuna is sitting on the upper platform on the seat of the chariot. So Bhagavan Krishna, he just seeing this, he was crying. And he said, I don't know, I am illiterate and I don't know what are the words, I can't read. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him a alingan, embraced him. So he doesn't know Mataji, any jnana. He has no knowledge. But he has bhakti in his heart. And same thing happened once upon a time when Advaitacharya, he was very alert to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he wanted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always give him so much respect. So he was not feeling well. He was feeling Mahaprabhu, he is Swayam Ishvara, although Advaitacharya is Mahavishnu also, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swayam Krishna. So he was always, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always give respect to Advaitacharya. So Advaitacharya wanted to do something so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastise him and so that he become happy, Advaitacharya. So he assembled a class and in that class he was telling how jnana is superior to bhakti in every sense. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know and came running there and chastised Advaitacharya left and right. Then Advaitacharya surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet and said, this is I wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that you chastise me. So bhakti is always superior. So coming back to the point, who are we? So Prabhuji said we are soul, and so actually we have to understand our eternal constitutional position. What is, who are we, what is the purpose of our life, and how we should perform everyday duties. So mostly people here are householders. So you see a fire is there, a fire. It's not very cold here in south, but in north side, and there is lot of cold. So what they do, they put lots of wood and they put fire in it. So you must have seen fire, and people sit around it. So while the fire is burning, there are small sparks. It goes out of the fire, and that spark, as soon as it was along with fire, it remains with fire. It has some identity, but after some time it goes away from fire. It has lost its identity. So similarly, that spark are we people, like you, me, him, everyone, like we. Okay, we are those spiritual spark, and that whole fire is Swayam Bhagwan. It's just an analogy to understand. As as long as that spiritual spark is in contact with the complete fire, that whole fire, in serving those whole fire, it has its identity. It remains in its identity. But as soon as it goes away from that complete fire, it loses its identity. So the quality wise, that is spiritual spark, that spark has the same quality, but quantity it's very minute. So similarly, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Brahma ji says in the first verse of Bhagavad Gita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadya Radhir Govinda Sarva Karan Karanam. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchid Ananda Vigraha. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal, everlasting. Chit, full of knowledge. Ananda, full of bliss. So these three are the qualities of the Lord. And so we are His minute particles, quality wise same, quantity wise minute. He is infinitesimal, we are just minute. So we possess the same quality. What? Sat Chit Anand. You ask yourself, who is the person you ever find who wanted to die, who wanted to leave? Not out of frustration, but he wanted to not hear anymore. You will never find. You will always find. They wanted to live. Chit, everybody wants knowledge. Whatever they are working, everybody asks some question. Although ask questions which are not spiritual question, but everybody asks question. And everybody wants bliss also. Okay? So everybody wants bliss. So these three qualities, since Lord is possessing, we also possess the same. Satchit Anand Vigraha Anadya Radhir Govinda Sarva Karan Karanam. So we are a small, that is spiritual spark who has the same quality as that of Krishna, but quantity wise we are mighty. And our eternal position, because we roam through these 8.4 million species. 84 lakh, 8.4 million species we roam through. Roam means sometime this species, sometime that species. I just start with a question. What do you think when you see a lizard? A chikili. When you see it, what do you think? बताइए.
Very poisonous.
Poisonous. Okay, हाँ. छिपकली को देखते हैं, क्या सोचते हैं?
Irritating.
Irritating, let him get out of the house as soon as possible. Throw it away. Cockroach. हाँ. Broomstick, kill him. Let him out. We are in that cockroach body once a day. We don't think like that. Sir used to say, sir, when you see a lizard, a realized person should think he is a lizard once a day, once a life. Just by some Sukriti, some Vaishnav Kripa, some Prasad in past lives, we able to get human form of life in this lifetime. And since doing the same thing which lizard is doing, which low consciousness species of body is doing, we will again degrade to same form. And then there will be crores of janma again to get this human form. Not possible. So this human form is very rare. One who doesn't know, he is the most foolish. And I am among those who doesn't know what to do in this human form of life. Because I never worship. What happened? One has to. It's a very simple conceptual thing to understand who is the actual doer. Who is the actual doer of anything? We think ourselves, I am maintaining this house. We think ourselves that I am cooking. We think ourselves that I am feeding myself, I am taking care of this body. This body is not ours. It has been given to us for a certain time. You see, you are very elder people, much elder than me. You must have been gone to many times where there is someone's death, final rituals. You saw him lying down there. But people cry surrounding him. Why do they cry? Arey, that person is still lying there. Why are you crying? Huh?
Life is not there.
Arey, the whole period of time when there was life, did you ever talk to him about life? I'm asking. Did you ever talk to him about life? No, we talk about how to get money, how to get a good bungalow, how to get a car, how to get a job, how to get a good wife, husband, etc. etc. But now he has gone. No, he is still lying there. No one gone. But why are you crying? Why are you crying? You should not cry. So that is our foolishness. We never ask proper question. We never understand who are we. And we never feed that life, which you called life is not there. So there is a difference. So here we comes to a conclusion that there is a difference between what we see, this thing, and what is called life. We are able to follow, everybody able to follow. No? There is a difference between this, whatever we are able to see, and then what is called a life. When we cook in the kitchen, we feed this body, not the life. When we go to earn money to have a good house, have a good food, we feed this particular body, not life. I'm asking, throughout the day, what do you do to feed this life, the so-called term life? We do nothing throughout the day. Because we don't know who are we, what is life, and how shall we start doing anything? So, one should ask a question. Okay. So I will again come to the question because we are running out of. So I was telling ki what do we do throughout the day to feed the life? This was the first question. The another question, we think ourselves to be doer, that I am cooking, I am taking care of the house. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, that he is the fire. Everybody eats here. Everybody eats. Lot of good things.
वासुवी का मोबाइल में ऑफ कर दीजिए, म्यूट कर दीजिए, नहीं तो ऑनलाइन में इको आएगा. एक ऑन है, म्यूट, ओनली म्यूट करिए बस.
So everybody eats here. We all eat. Okay. Do we do anything after eating so that it get digest? If you sit, it will also digest. If you run, it will digest. It's not some proper rules that you have to follow to get it digested. And if it doesn't digest, it is called indigestion, and you have to run to the hospital for treatment. Okay. Just take the example of cooking. Did you do anything so that that particular chawal, when you put rice and water, did you do anything so that rice absorbs all the water and it gets swell and it will be edible again for eating purpose? Do you do anything? No. You didn't generate fire, you did nothing, you just take a vessel, put that everything, and then you turn on the fire, and that everything happened automatically. But a foolish man never sees. He sees that I am doing everything. He sees himself to be the doer. But as soon as one becomes just a little inquisitive and understands that he is not the actual doer, there is someone else doing the activities he is performing, he started seeing God everywhere. We don't need to find God anywhere. We can see in every activity. Krishna himself says, Sarvasya chaham hirdasannivisto mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedesa sarve rahameva vedyo vedanta kritveda vedeva chaham. Sarvasya chaham hirdasannivisto. He is sitting in everyone's heart. So there are two people who are sitting. There is an analogy given. There is a tree and two birds are sitting. Who are the two birds? One is the Atma, the other is the Paramatma. The one is the life that Prabhuji was there, he told that the life is there. The other is the person, Paramatma, by whom that life is able to have power, have some will. So there are two words sitting, and Sarvasya Cham Hridasannavishto. Krishna himself as Paramatma is sitting in everyone's heart. Every morning you get up, how do you remember that this is my child, this is my father, this is mother, this is the shirt I have to wear like this, not like this. As soon as there is a mother and child comes, Krishna automatically gives milk to the mother so that to feed the child. He does everything. We do nothing. Not at all. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. He gives the intelligence also and forgetfulness also. We require both the things. Forgetfulness and intelligence. So Krishna, smriti, he gives the remembrance. And for apohanam, forgetfulness too. Mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedesa sarve ahameva vedyo vedanta kritveda vedeva chaham. When you understand these things, then you finally come to the point that one has to understand the Lord. So since most of you people here are householders, so whatever we do every day, there are three types of work. Karma, karma, vikarma. That it is not yoga. I am not adding yoga anywhere. Karma, akarma, vikarma, which is given in Bhagavad Gita. Karma says all the activities which we people do every day. And that is dedicated to the Lord. Karma are those activities which is called in action, and the final, which is akarma, karma, vikarma are those forbidden activities, like the four regulative principles which are given to us. So suppose there is an example which is very beautifully given by Sir in do you know about Langita Liv Gita? Langita Liv Gita, no? So if you are able to follow English, I would request you, Prabhuji will help you. All should register in that Langita Liv Gita course. I will tell how to register everything. So suppose you bought an apple and some banana, you came to the house, you cut those things, you offer to the Lord, and everybody has that. That is called Karma Yoga. So that is Karma Yoga. Whatever we do, when we associate those activities with the Lord, offer Him, that is called Karma Yoga. You get a certain wage at the end of the month, a certain part of the money you donate for the certain purpose of temple, charity, for prasadam. So that is Karma Yoga. But suppose a person, he was going through certain way, he saw that some fruit is there, and he saw that fruit Lord likes very much. Let's take it. He took that fruit, came to the house, offered it to the Lord, and distribute among everyone. That is called Bhakti Yoga. So same activity is the same for both the person, for a Karma Yogi as well as Bhakti Yogi. But the difference comes in consciousness. When a person did something exclusively for the pleasure of the Lord, is Bhakti Yoga. But when one does the thing because Lord is there, one should offer everything. And my stomach, my family should also survive. Whatever we offer, we can have prasad. That is Karma Yoga. That's where the difference starts to come. So I learned about Bhagavad Gita through Leela Purushottam Prabhu, and he engaged me in his service. So there is a Learn Gita, Live Gita. I will tell you something about. So Learn Gita, Live Gita is Sir's project to teach Bhagavad Gita in a way so that every person starts to think. Some changes should start coming in one's life, and person should start to feel those changes and started engage himself in doing services of the Lord. You know, every part of the body is engaged somewhere. From morning till night we go to bed, every part of our body engages. We start by doing, start by taking bath and everything, washing clothes, then riding, going to office, coming back. So since we just discussed that this part of body is run by the presence of the soul, that soul has a relationship with the Lord, and we didn't use this body to perform anything for whom the soul has the eternal relationship, it is completely useless. So this part of the body should also be used in the service of the Lord. So what we did, so what we learned from Sir, that so Learn Gita, Live Gita. So it teaches how we can use this body in the service of the Lord. How each part of our body start from our thinking power to gross activities. We can use every part in the service of the Lord, and it would, although if you are in office, you are doing the regular work as other people are working, but your activities will be offered to the Lord because your consciousness has been molded, has got his actual eternal form, that he has to serve the Lord. So we have, Sir has designed 10 chapters. So Bhagavad Gita has 5 topics. Anybody would like to tell what are those 5 topics of Bhagavad Gita? Those 5 topics of Bhagavad Gita has discussed 5 topics. Bhagavad Gita throughout 18 chapters, 7 verses has focused on the 5 topics of focused 5 topics. Anybody like to tell one topic? Either
ईश्वर
हाँ
प्रकृति
हाँ
कर्म
हाँ
काल
हाँ
जीव
perfect. Just we go in a synchronized order. Ishvara, Jiva, Kala Karma,
प्रकृति काला कर्म
Prakriti, Kala Karma. So these 5 topics has been discussed in Learn Gita, Live Gita. Just as the name suggests, Learn Gita, Live Gita. When you learn, you live, and then you spread it. So 10 chapters are there, and each chapter has certain number of videos, like 6 videos, and each video is just 20 minutes, hardly 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. And each chapter has 6 videos, and after that there is a question answer also. So just as I told you, just as we are a spiritual spark and we have a relationship with the Lord, we have quality wise same, quantity wise different. So what we are doing here? What we are doing here and how we come here? That's another question comes. So for the time being, we are not going into how we come here. Anyhow, we come here. But now, what should be our purpose? Our purpose should be to go back to our eternal home. Suppose I have a father, mother. Mataji has his children. So, just like when you travel in a train, and in a train, you make some relationship. You make some relationship with the people who travel with you. But as soon as the station comes, departure, arrival station, everybody goes on in their home.
You pack and give.
Everybody goes to their actual home. So that period of time when we have a bond with co-passenger. So that bond, that time is actually what time going on today. We have someone's father, someone's mother. So that is a temporary relationship which has been given. But the actual relationship we have is with the Lord, who is our eternal father and mother. And his home, जैसे one song is there, कृष्णा जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है. The place Gokul, where he eternally lives, that is our home too. Just for some time, like you think if there is a fish, and that fish, if you take it out of the water, so what happens? Flappers like anything. As you put them again in the water, takes a release. You tell me who is here whose life is very comfortable and happy. So we are actually in that position when we are taken away from our eternal home, and that period of time is where we are, and as we again put in that eternal home, we will again be satisfied. So there is no satisfaction here. Anyhow, one cannot find any satisfaction in satisfying the senses of his family members, his own children, anywhere. But just as like a tree is there, you don't water the leaves, flower of the tree, but you water the roots of the plant. So similarly, if you water and only try to satisfy Lord's senses, believe me, every person in the family will be satisfied. So for some exam also, for getting some IAS civil exam, people try very much. But when one has to go to Golaka, Krishna doesn't want someone to try. You have to try hard, very hard. We have to try. So this Lan Gita Dev Gita is that course which also make us to try to give exam, which is not just mundane exam, which is a transcendental exam. There will be a mentor also who is reading Bhagavad Gita every day since last 20-30 years, who will teach you, will engage you in the service. So these like this, there are 10 chapters. So you can read it. So just as like sir, when I say sir, Leela Purushottam Prabhu, I mean, so he engages himself and all the person in the family in the Krishna's service. So just as like this home is there. So we gather here, we have a program here. But suppose every day someone's home is there and every day a guest would come and starts to reside. So people of the home will say, okay, one day, 2 days you can reside. He is completely residing every day. So when this person will go back, people will start, the home resident will start with, this is our home, you are hurting our privacy and everything. But Leela Purushottam Prabhu's home is there, and ever since his home is there, means he was a teacher in BITS Pilani, then he is a teacher in more than 20 years in IIT Kanpur. He never lives alone. He has a wife also, they have their room also, but along with them, students of IIT who wanted to learn Bhagavad Gita, they also reside with him. There are 4 ashramas, which are this student life, householder life, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. These 4 ashrams. So a Grahastha is that person who takes care of all the 3 ashrams. So a Grahastha, actually Grahastha never cooks only for his family. He sees that if there is someone who is not eaten anything in the neighbor, or who some dog is there, he feeds everyone, and if there is something remaining, he eats. Because why? Grahastha takes salary. When you take salary, you are indebted. When you even take salary from the work where you do work, Oracle, Wipro, whatever, as soon as you start salary, and if you don't spend on preaching of Krishna consciousness, it will become a burden on you. And accumulation, you will not feel like, but it will like tie it more to the ropes of bondage in this material. So when we read Bhagavad Gita, we will know how everything which we get can be used in the service of the Lord. So Sir, he taught us that thing. The center point of the house is not his wife, children or us, is Lakshmi Narsingh Dev, who is there, who is the deity, presiding deity there. Giriraj Maharaj, who is the deity. Shaligram Bhagwan, who is the deity. These 3 main deities are there. And throughout his day, since waking up till he go to sleep, whatever he does, it may seem mundane to the person who is completely materialistic, but his consciousness is that how he can teach someone about Bhagavad Gita. Because he sees that this person is completely forgetfulness of the Lord, and his life is going to hell. If he knows about Lord, if he started praying to Lord, his life may flourish. So since now he was before a teacher in IIT Kanpur, a professor, his 5 o'clock the day starts with Mangala Aarti, and students, they come from their hostels. Some remains in his house only for putting the Lord to rest in the night and waking up in the morning. So this is all training process. One who is a brahmachari, good brahmachari, can become a good grahastha also, because he understands each value of life. So those brahmacharis are there, and they get training in that house. Roji, you let me know that then we will stop. Stop now. So I would request ki there is Learn Gita Gita is a very good course. It has certain amount, but discount is also there, so there is no worry. But I request everybody here should do that course. Very simple course. As soon as you start the course, you get attached to Krishna, and you, because that is service, you will automatically start to feel that who am I and what should I start to do now. And you started also have a relationship with that our sir. Our sir also conducts everyday Bhagavatam class in the morning. There is a Zoom, just like Google Meet is there. Google Meet like Zoom is also there. So Prabhuji can give you the link, and you people can start joining that. So program start 5 o'clock, 4:30 o'clock Mangala Aarti, 5:30 onwards. There is a chanting, Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting. So, and then 7 o'clock Bhagavad Gita recitation, 7:30 onwards. 8 onwards, sir again is then Kirtan, and then 8 onwards, sir gives class, Bhagavatam class. That is Shravana. So that is food for the life, that is food for the actual soul. If you do that food for the soul, so Bhagavad Gita tells you can't cut the soul, you can't break the soul. So you will not be frightened when there is any apada, vipada. Okay, so there is mentor also, Prabhuji, you can easily reach, he can become the mentor and help you. So 2 things you can start to do. I would feel like, very grateful if someone start to adopt these things. You can start learning Bhagavad Gita by Learn Gita, Le Gita, can join the course, and Prabhuji will help and become mentor and will guide you throughout. Secondly, you can start coming in everyday morning Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam class, where you can start chanting at least 1 round, 2 round, daily chanting. Sit in, open the camera, put the phone, daily chanting. Your whole day will be super. Whatever thing you are taking 2 hours to finish, you will finish in half an hour. A Krishna conscious man is super efficient. He knows how to do the things quickly. And rest of the time, he engaged himself in reading about Bhagavad Gita, in reading Srimad Bhagavatam, in chanting. So how do we start our day is very important. So start your day by chanting and taking out time to listen to Bhagavatam class 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. If you are traveling, you can listen while you're going to the office, and you see how the change comes to your life. So these two things you try to do, please. So I stop here. I would thank everyone for listening, and thank you very much.